wankers.
Hello, Craig.
How's everybody doing?
Oh, I'm sick.
Well, that bad?
I get my ass beat.
I'm sorry.
It is what it is. I've got a soldier, so he's got to make sure that I'm prepped for the battles.
Just don't die. Don't die on air. Actually, no, it might help our numbers.
No.
I think it'd be funnier. It's for look. It'd be my second time dying.
Took Ian out back and shot him.
Oh my god!
And
I think Logan Paul proved that dead bodies on YouTube aren't,
Yeah, but this would be a dead voice.
Dead air. Am I right?
Hey.
I would argue it actually does absolutely fucking nothing to your popularity because he's literally fine. He's wrestling Mike Tyson or boxing Mike Tyson.
No, that's Jake. That's Jake.
Oh, right. I forgot that they're different people and not just.
Logan Paul's on WWE though.
Oh. I think they should both be put to the sword.
Why does he not simply eat the small ones?
So I don't like Logan Paul as a YouTuber, but he was made for wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, he's the perfect heel.
Why does the bigger Paul not just eat the smaller one?
Yeah, like Logan, he was made he is the best heel on wrestling. Like everybody hates him, but he's super athletic. And he gets that natural heat.
Iron Mike is going to kill him though.
You need a bad guy.
He's a great bad guy for WWE. And then
Redneck anime.
Jake, I'm just ready for him to, die on YouTube.
Iron Mike is going to kill him.
Yes. That's gonna be.
I hope he actually does.
He literally might. He's had to be.
He might.
Before. Like, it's not a joke. He actually could.
Oh, I'm aware. There was that video of Mike Tyson watching Paul call him out, and he's like, "There's a difference. He was made a killer. I was born one."
Old as shit. Like, that's horrifying. And
but I mean, Jake messed up and said something about Mike's daughter, dead daughter. Like, this is not going to be an exhibition. This is going to be an execution.
Oh my god.
Thank God.
That's
the rule in rap. You don't talk about Haley, man.
Yeah. Well, the fact that MGK did that and now he does punk music.
Yeah.
Well, he's back doing rap, and after so many years of doing punk music, he decided he wanted to come back and diss Eminem again. Like, are you serious?
How many times did he teach this lesson?
Yeah, like the man made you change genres and dance around with pink hair. Like, come on.
I do like the song he did with Corpse, though. That song slaps, mostly just because I really like Corpse. But
I like Corpse too, but like I didn't have a problem with MGK. Like I actually liked his music, but then he started dissing Eminem and bringing up Haley. It's like, bro, and then like even his diss to Eminem sounded pretty good, but when I broke it down, I'm like, you really you were doing like you were calling him out like you were. No, it was like the things that he was saying is like stuff he would have said in 5th grade.
You're old and you smell bad?
Yeah, basically. It's like, somebody grab some clippers. Fucking beard is weird. Like, what?
To be fair, the beard did suck.
The beard was weird, but I mean, like, this is a diss track, though. And that's what you're going to go with?
I mean, at least, he wrote it himself and didn't have a,
Yeah, a Ghost Rider,
because a Ghost Rider would have been better.
No, I mean it was. Hey, it's on my playlist.
Yeah,
it sounds good. It actually sounds really good, and it was honestly the best diss Eminem diss out there. I mean, what's his face from the Source, or Double XL or whatever his magazine was. His diss was good, but he didn't write it.
That'll do it.
Yeah, rap Elvis. Rap Elvis. It sounded good, but he didn't write it.
That's dumb.
Speaking of
I
things
was like,
we did,
oh!
sorry.
Oh, right, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, saying speaking of things we did right. It's currently afternoon, day 54 of 1379. Last game, you guys had a sort of productive meeting with Lord Yeagrin, and then you were informed by a demon that had been disguised as Wade, that Wade's been fucking kidnapped by whoever summoned this demon and employed the doppelganger suicide bombers. The fighting has just ended. You were easily able to kill the demon and doppelgangers, but they all literally set off bombs when they died, and so they took out several dozen castle guards and civilian employees. Survivors are scrambling to save the wounded, and we rolled for it last time. Most will be saved by healing potions or revivify scrolls. Several are going to need their records looked at to make sure they don't have a DNR, which is do not resurrect forms, before they try to bring them back. At this very second, King Henry and everyone else is trying not to have a panic attack as they make sure there aren't any more. Henry has a gun in one hand, beam blade in the other, and it looks like he's realizing he can't pant with mechanical lungs, while there's also a faint green aura around him, and several other things have already broken, glass shattering on its own, chairs being thrown back on their own. He's trying to calm down and issue orders, but every time he opens his mouth, something else breaks. What do you guys do?
I'm not much of a healer. Caroline, did you know that demon?
Me?
Well, you were sleeping with it.
I don't think I was. I think that was a recent thing. You can't convince me any otherwise.
If you say so.
No, I didn't know the demon. I know the dude.
Oh,
At least I thought I
fair
did.
enough.
Now you got me confused.
Either way, we got to find out what it was, like where he is.
Yes, we do. Okay, somebody got to call. I guess I got to calm down the king.
And he's yelling at some officer, "Find the real guards, fucking now!" And a window breaks, and he's like, "Fuck!" All right, he's trying to breathe, but he can't breathe. Whoops.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think the demon man on fire is gonna calm him.
All right, I'm gonna look out the windows and see if there's anything that I can notice. Any signs of the demon running away?
You guys know that you killed it, or at least it turned into a screaming black mass of ooze, and that ooze is still sinking into a rug in here. But go ahead and make me a perception check.
Can I assist with that?
Yeah.
Roll that shit with advantage.
What do your telescopic robot eyes see?
My eyes
okay,
will show me.
With advantage?
Yeah. I can see clearly for 3 miles away.
I'm glad. Well, my first roll was the best roll anyway. 28.
Okay. Right now, nobody down in the Castle Bailey or further down at the beginnings of Smallville has seemed to notice the crisis that happened up here. Maybe you might see somebody looking up at the explosion. Somebody who's on watch on the wall is like running to go, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" But most of the commotion is in the castle.
Oh, I'll go ask Lord Yeagrin.
He is not here.
If he's not. Well, that's suspicious.
And Henry's going, "We have to make sure no one else has been taken and impersonated too. It's tell the watch to lock down the fucking country." And you see even the rocks in the floor of the castle are... It's weird. It's as though they're turning to putty underneath King Henry's feet. And he's trying to ignore it, and the person he's giving orders to... Most people in Henry's circle know that he does this weird thing, but they're a little unnerved.
Well,
is he melting the ground underneath him?
King Henry, I need you to, like, don't take this the wrong way when I say this, but I'm gonna need you to calm down. Let's attack this with a cool head.
Yeah, so do I. Fuck. You can make a history check.
14.
Okay. Make me, or you know that unfortunately Wade is usually the person who makes Henry stop fucking panicking and moving stuff around with his brain from meditating too hard. Now he has telekinesis.
Okay.
But you can make a persuasion check to try to make him not.
Yes, that's a little better. 16.
Okay. Henry notices the floor rippling underneath him. You don't know if it actually is, or if it's just the sheer aura coming off of Henry, as several other people have almost stopped tending to the wounded and are noticing that the king is being fucking weird in the anti-magic place.
I just stand in front of him and I close my eyes, put my fingers together by my shoulders, and just start chanting, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
What is that?
I'm gonna start doing it. I'm gonna keep repeating it until he pays attention to me and nothing else.
Yeah, he looks at you, and you hear him whisper, "What would Wade say?" And eventually closes his eyes and looks down at the ground, and you see him start whispering, "Think about rocks, think about rocks, think about rocks," and eventually stuff stops flying around the room, and he's able to keep it together. And after what would be a few deep breaths, if he could, he finally thinks of the correct thing to say, and he points to another captain. He's like, "Fucking code black, now." And that person pauses, and they go, "Wait, Protocol Alpha 5? And he's like, "Dead rats." And this other person responds, "Rotting squid." And he's like, "Alright, thank fuck, okay. Alpha 5, border code black. Check everyone in the room when you get there before you say that. And if there's more, here, we shut the fucking walls before they can get anyone else. The rest of you, check everyone you see." And he pulls out Marceline's Stone of Far Speech, and he's like, "Where the fuck are you?" She's like, "I'm in my office with Dad, what's..." He's like, "Stay there. Protocol Alpha 5, border code black." And she goes, "Oh, fuck." And then there's a pause while Henry panics. Says, "Okay, Dad's clear." He's like, "You'll hear the siren in a minute, but lock the door and don't fucking leave until we clear the castle, for the love of fuck, please." And she's like, "Dad's already on it. Are you okay?" I'm fine. I'm gonna be fine. It's bad. I'm safe. I'll tell you what happened later. It's like, "If you die, I'll kill you." Same. And they hang up. And he tells you guys, "Okay, in a second, they're gonna activate the GAMB. Don't panic." Do you guys remember what the GAMB is? GAMB?
Nope.
It is the giant anti-magic ball. I think I've referenced it a couple times in Algath's lab. You'll have seen a basketball-sized green ball. And so in a second, you hear the same horns and sirens and drums that were blaring when the Wandering Albatross came to land. And a few seconds later, you feel the most powerful wave of magic and anti-magic and everything in between wash over you, and it's so powerful it makes your ears pop. When it passes, you realize that you can still fly, Carolina. You can still use Aasimar racial traits. Light Cutter still faintly hums of Vivian's magic, faintly, but that is all. And TK, you aren't malfunctioning, but you do feel tired, like super tired.
I was gonna say, like, I feel like TK fully just kind of like seizes up and crumples.
Yeah, it's as a very, very magical person. It's
probably don't need it.
Yeah, and he's like, Auguth probably powered it up himself, but step 2 is to get it to Dad, because we're pretty sure he can power it forever. And during this, the entire castle scrambles, using complex code words unique to each person for just the situation planned by Lord Yeager, and even he has his uses, the asshole that he is. So every friend and direct leader you have has a unique password, just for you and you for them. In the case of doppelganger invasion. And so they have someone track down everybody's code keepers and double verify people who've forgotten theirs. And there's one poor bastard who is a doppelganger, but they're just a regular Thunderscram citizen. But their coworkers vouch for them. There's also some changelings on Lord Yeagerin's payroll, but they're accounted for. and it's almost impossible to check every single citizen, but the citizens have been notified to look for anyone acting weird. The government warns, please don't witch hunt your neighbors, but that's going to come later. But they do lock down the entire castle and don't find anyone else. And as they're still figuring out the wounded and assumably tracking down the people who were impersonated today, Henry's like, they said like a meeting, right? I fucking meet with people constantly. I spend 2 hours a day just reading and replying to fucking mail. Not to mention the Stone of Far Speech booth, which is just a small closet filled with like 100 stones of far speech to other diplomats. And he's like, damn it, and he looks for his like schedule book in the desk in here, but then gives up. He's like, this could have been any time with anyone, and someone who is secretly religious to, I mean, like who? Wolf, Luz, the Raven Queen, some fucking greater spirit like Shar? I mean, not even a god. It could have been a fucking cult leader or some fucking fae or dragon or thieves guild person. Who the... What fucking meeting was she talking about? And he just stares into the middle distance of trying to figure out who he offended so they kidnap Wade in vengeance.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Boy King.
Yeah.
Going by my own kind of...
We know who it was.
Father, I could... it might not have been your fault.
No?
And I just kind of look over at Carolina, and then kind of look down at my hand like, I'm gonna be honest, Pale has ruffled a lot of people's feathers than her. And also the bastardizations have gone, so might not have been your fault. Don't beat yourself up over it yet.
I mean, if y'all pissed somebody off, they would have taken not Wade, but someone you care about, assuming they weren't lying.
We care about Wade. Well, they care about Wade. I care about who they care about, so I'm contractually bound to care about Wade.
True.
Bastion likes Wade.
Most people like Wade. He's very charismatic.
He's definitely something.
He's charismatic. He just has anxiety.
Oh my god! Back from the dead.
The anti-magic field has Carolina phasing in and out.
They're only gonna keep that up for like another hour, probably, just to make double sure once they finish checking everyone.
The anti-magic field has Carolina phasing in and out.
Oh. Yeah, I really don't like this. It doesn't feel good.
Yeah. And for the next, like, until they turn it off, your healing potions aren't going to work or whatever, but they'll be fine once it turns off. So, that's don't trip.
Kind of cool, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, it covers the entire 26 miles of the city limits. And we're pretty sure we can make it bigger, but, haven't wanted to test it that bad.
I respect that.
It certainly does make me feel safer. Anyway, shit. And Henry kind of looks over the corpses in the hallway, and he's like, I know thousands of people are gonna die in the war, but I didn't expect it to happen yet. Damn.
Such is life. People live, people die. Anyway, we should probably focus on the living.
Yeah.
Anybody in the castle you wouldn't recognize?
I mean, there's like 1,000 or more people who work here a day.
Would you recognize all of them?
No.
Do you have people that would recognize, or that you would recognize, that would recognize the people that work around them?
Yeah, or did you hear the part of what apparently Protocol Alpha 5 is?
Oh, yeah, where they're going around giving their code words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they would all know their coworkers. It's mostly like secretaries. He explains that it's essentially, the DMV and the fucking tax office, and all of the courts are in the castle. So like all the lawyers or all the prosecutors work here. And then all the judges in like court. I don't know. Matt, what other people work at a court? Fucking stenographers?
Reporters, sheriffs, constables, clerks, pathonetaries, that's just in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
Officers, defense attorneys, judges, and then various other staff for other court businesses.
Yeah.
Huh.
Then, like, the housing and employment office is here. Fucking Department of Agriculture their office is here. Then there's records in the library, and then, like, all the cleaning staff, and, they have, like, it's essentially a food court, but, like, somebody cooks, and if you're working in the castle, you can get lunch here.
Okay. So I got a question.
Yeah.
You guys had protocols for doppelgangers. So
Yes.
how often does this thing happen, and how much do you know about doppelgangers?
Other than they can read your mind to get a basic operation of your mannerisms, which apparently the Wade one didn't do very well. And then fucking not much else. And then that demon, don't know what it was. Maybe somebody does.
Yeah.
But do you guys want to make a either history or religion check to know what kind of demon that was?
Yeah.
Sure.
Should I do all of my stuff?
You said a history or
Yeah.
what?
History or
Okay.
religion?
That's a 6.
6.
Yeah.
12.
Okay.
Let's see if I know who they are. That's an 8.
Yeah, you guys aren't sure what kind of demon that was, but maybe you could ask somebody else.
Yeah. How far can a doppelganger be away from the original?
Any distance. They just kind of assume them, so he could be fucking anywhere right now.
But they have to be alive still, right?
Let me double check.
It's literally Carolina instant.
Yeah. I know they have to concentrate on it like a fucking wizard spell or whatever. And then if you kill them, they turn into whatever, but I think they can just keep doing it. Which fucking hopefully he isn't dead, which they said they were gonna make him live forever so they can continue to torture him, so hopefully he's not fucking dead. Hey, Carolina, you know, I've just had this thought. Would you like to graduate from foreign diplomat to Thunderscrum base mercenary?
That sounds a little more up my alley.
Okay, great. I want you spearheading this, because I'm pretty sure Vic has guys, and I know our Spec Ops guys would have a chance. But this is gonna be outside our borders. Like, far outside our borders, by the sound of it. And if he's been taken by someone powerful, then we need someone powerful to go get him. And if it's some fucking Lady of Darkness, the Firebird's perfect, and they stealthed in here, so we need them to stealth after him. And I know Pale and Bastion are not good at that, so you're the woman for the job. You were joking about marrying him, and I think you're the only person who has a chance of finding him and getting out alive. So, yeah, if you could be in charge of this. What?
Wasn't joking.
I've been teasing him about it for weeks. I hope he lives for me to continue to do that. Cool.
Oh, he better.
Yeah, me too. So, Carolina, do you want to make another history check?
That is absolutely horrible. A dirty 1.
Okay, yeah, no. You barely remember the little speech the person made, and aren't sure about the meeting that Henry doesn't remember. Now, do any of you speak Undercommon?
Let me check.
Nope.
Abyssal, Common, Infernal.
Okay.
Forge speak Infernal and Giant.
Do you want... Oh.
Hold on.
Don't crash, please.
Oh, I'm not the one driving. I'm ain't driving.
Cool.
No, I speak Celestial, Common, Draconic, Sylvan, and Thieves' Cant.
Okay. Then make me a history check. Just all of you.
Yep.
And do you want me to read the thing she rambled about again?
14.
Holy shit, natural 20, so a 19.
God damn.
30, 20.
Okay. Yeah, they're are clues here from what you remember of the demon screeching about. Particularly the undercommon word, or more specifically the drow word, offal, which means excrement and is usually used to refer to non-drow. And then the extreme feminism of this person ranted about hating that Wade is male and therefore not a worthy sacrifice.
Who takes only female sacrifices?
Well, Loaf, Drow.
True, or I mean, who are female goddesses? Who are female goddesses? Sorry,
You got the one of the moon, but she's more on the good side.
Yeah, it's the Raven Queen.
Wolf speaks Undercommon. She is a drow spider bitch.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, Raven Queen's about death, though.
Yeah, but I mean, do you guys know anyone who worships Lulz?
Drow?
I meant like personally.
No.
Damn.
Do we?
Not that I know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so.
The only one that we knew that did hasn't been with this game in, I think, 2 years.
Jasmine?
No. In
No,
the book,
she's a Vivianite.
In the Book of Pale, in his
maybe Pale told you about her. Yeah.
There was one drow who he never actually named.
Tatiana.
Yeah, no, he never actually gave her name because she tried to murder Leo's best friend. So it was a whole thing.
Well, I mean, yeah, Tatiana, I guess. I mean, could that be a thing? Or we could question?
No idea. Maybe, but
where is this person?
Somewhere in the Underdark, possibly locked up.
And Henry says,
Well,
I mean, I've met with people in the DOL, but like, you know, I don't offend them because they're one of our fucking main people who buy our shit.
Well, who besides the Vivianites have tried to kill you recently?
Damn, this is the second demon that made it all the way into the castle. Fuck. The second in like 4 months. I hate that. Oh well.
You know I'm just a tiefling, right?
3 months ago I was possessed by a demon that kept trying to make me commit suicide.
Okay.
I know that
I thought you were talking about me.
No, I know that you're a tiefling.
Cool.
Yeah. God, what was your question?
Who besides the Vivianites have tried to kill you recently? And Golgari.
There was that one motherfucker on the War Declaration speech, but they kicked the absolute shit out of him. I mean, they stopped like 2 people at the castle gates. Somebody actually got to the judicial hall of the castle, but that was just somebody who was angry that I was giving their, their murderer husband a life in prison, so...
What about
I don't know
Fel?
if that counts. Fel? He seemed fucking personally invested in my life, to be honest. Only because he was selling me out to the Emperor, but, you know...
But maybe not Wade?
I don't know, he seemed cool with Wade as much as anybody.
Yeah, but he was on the other side, and if he could get somebody, like, he couldn't be close to you anymore, so if he can get somebody else close to you, and what closer position than Wade?
Yeah, I mean, unless they're lying about being with some Lady of Darkness, I think the Emperor would have just been like, hi, I have your friend. Your best friend, your brother even.
Yeah.
Because that might be the only thing to persuade me to talk to that fucker, to be honest.
I feel like they'd be clearer, though. This sounds like they just want brutality.
I'll give him brutality.
Please,
Nice.
Thank you. Yeah, when we finally find them, let's murder the shit out of them.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys have enough diamonds, sure.
No, we're not going to do that. But
I'm not wasting diamonds on these fuckers. What's that? What's that? This one? Spare the dying. Yeah, that one.
Oh. So yeah, I guess let's find someone from both and find out why they're trying to do this.
Do y'all want to think of... Oh wait, first of all, make me a wisdom save. This is for paranoia. What?
All of us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I am so paranoid. That is a nat one.
Okay.
Oh. That's a 16 on my half.
Okay.
Demons aren't that scary.
15 on mine.
Okay. The other two of you are like, yeah, Lolf. Fuck Lolf. But Carolina, you're having the paranoid thought of Lolf or someone pretending to be connected to the Drow, at least. As King Henry has offended many, mortal and celestial. Someone could be entirely framing the Drow. Wade could have been taken by mere Golgarians who are using this as a misdirection as they torture Wade for information. Let's hope they don't break down his will and read his mind, like they did to Ash and Gilbert, before you can rescue him. Or steal his soul. But those are just paranoid thoughts that are going through your head.
Yeah, I'm what if in the sunlight, red.
And then, if you guys want to make a history, religion, or arcana check. All three of you again.
All of those are +2 for me.
Okay.
I will have a better one with arcana.
17.
Oh my god.
Okay.
That is the second nat one in a row.
Fucking yikes, bro.
What was the other option?
History, religion, or arcana.
Fuck, I'm dog shit at all of those.
Yeah.
I'm so... It's like I rolled arcana because I actually have a +1 instead of a -1. And still roll the same.
Yeah, so Pole, thinking of killing them and resurrecting them again, Pale's favorite thing to do. You remember a necromancy spell with all the corpses around you called Speak with Dead.
Hey, you guys have a dead talker?
Oh, what?
I believe Pale can do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pale's probably... Pale's probably... He's probably like in the celestial plane or something, getting his ass kicked.
I do, in fact, know 3 dead talkers. There's Ash, who can turn into a ghost, and then Margaret and Dennis are pet necromancers.
I'm so paranoid, I couldn't even think of that. Because I literally watched that shit.
You guys bring Ash out. I like Ash. Reminds me of one of my dads.
Yeah, Carolina's so paranoid. She forgot that she literally wanted to do that.
Yeah. Henry's doing some math in his head, and he looks really frustrated. And he's like, alright. And he points to somebody, and he's like, bring them down here. And eventually, they retrieve Dennis and Margaret. And Henry's still doing some frowning thinking in his head, and Margaret and Dennis finally get here, and they're like, we heard the fucking panic, we were just hiding in the thing. And he's like, it is illegal. And he's saying this in front of, there are other people in this room still, but he's saying this where they can all hear him, and he's kind of judging the room as he says it. He says, it is illegal to do necromancy in police investigations, but, however, we have set the precedent that I determine what, if any, humanoid bodies you use in your experiments. In the past, these have also been non-citizens that have been executed for heinous crimes, or other foreign vagrants who simply passed away in our borders and had no next of kin. You need the undead to practice your anti-necromancy spells that you're inventing, so you may have these bodies for developing anti-necromancy spells, the doppelgangers. Me giving them to you has nothing to do with whether or not there is information that you could possibly gain from them via Speak with Dead, as that is illegal to do as part of a police investigation. Take them back to the research and development wing, do with them what you will. I, King Henry Creethursar, would never tell you to do something that's illegal. And there is one person who's frowning at this, but everyone else is like, you know what? Fair. We're being hypocritical as we're literally taking over this continent to enact, laws like this. But god damn it, they've taken Wade and they killed 60 fucking people today. And so
Yeah, I think there could be an exception to the rule.
Yeah. No, it's not an exception.
It's not.
It's still the rule. Don't worry.
If you make an exception once, you're gonna keep doing it. I'm giving them corpses to experiment on later. Otherwise, we were gonna take them and burn them later. So get these fucking doppelganger corpses out of here and only use them in a lawful way, Henry says, looking at the wall.
Yes. Yes. You didn't see anything. And we just can't have Dennis do it, that's all.
No, Dennis is allowed to do necromancy in the lab in a lawful order.
No, he can't.
He's not?
He can't. He's still tied to Pale. If he does it.
No, that got broken.
Yeah, when we went to Nagamesh for the on the way to Golgari, I gave him a writ of amnesty, so he's good.
Okay.
Yep. Pale's got a weird way of making things work out for the people around him.
Well, and you're friends with the king of a country, so yeah.
You're a king? My God, you're a child.
I'm 19. Get out. Take the corpses with you.
Cole leaves, laughing to himself, thinking that it was just the funniest thing anyone ever said.
Do not break laws. Yeah.
Oh, the whole, I got to call him Boy King. Can't believe it. I'm hilarious.
I'm hilarious. Okay. So King Henry's gonna keep, giving orders, waiting for the police to track down the people who were replaced. Do you guys go? Do what?
Point me in a direction. What is your first suspect?
We're still trying to figure that out.
What's your gut telling you? Besides that you're hungry.
I don't know. I've actually, I was having a great fucking day.
That should have been the notifier. I'm gonna be honest.
Right. Yeah. No, I slept for more than 4 hours in a row, and I've eaten more today than I have in the past, in a week.
Again, in the nicest way, Your Highness, all knowing and all powerful king.
No.
That should have been your kind of bells.
Yeah, my fucking first clue. Yeah, I had a great morning. Yeah. So it's terrible from here.
Yeah.
I'm just
no more great days.
Yep. Hashtag bad days only.
He starts laughing.
No, stop that. That's a sign of a good day. Stop it.
No, this is angsty laughter.
Oh, wow, that's so dark and deep.
Uh-huh.
I appreciate that greatly.
Are
you guys gonna go with the necromancers while they cast Speak with Dead on these corpses, or are you gonna go try to find your own way?
Oh, hell yeah.
We're going with the necromancers.
Okay. Between all the guards who know what's up, and then Dennis and Margaret, they will soon tell Agatha and King James to turn the gamb off. Once they know everything's quiet, they're still going to keep the kingdom locked down, which there are really only 2 exits. It's Vic's Highway and then the main entrance between the mountain gap. But unless you want to cross over a mountain and then into the winter wastes, good luck. But they're still keeping everything locked for now. But going with the necromancers.
I mean, we could, so we don't break any laws, I could always just fly these bodies out of the city.
I think flying would be a bad idea in itself.
I mean, they're allowed to do necromancy in the paperclip labs.
Yeah. We can do that too.
Yeah. So they get the first one, and they kind of just pile them on the floor, and Margaret will cast Prestidigitation later. And do we want Ash to be here, or is he off with Pale somewhere?
I think it would be better if he wasn't with Pale, just because Pale would be way too worried about him doing something and messing up his gas and then getting his gas kicked.
Fair, yeah. Getting his brains scrambled.
Yeah. Oops, I tried to help someone and everything's bad.
Yeah, so Ash is here with his arms crossed, ready to help. He can also cast Speak with Dead. So if you need him to, he is here and would be happy to help in any way that he can. As he says, my favorite thing is acts of service. So,
I don't know which one you would prefer, Speak with Dead or that thing you did before.
Well, the ghosts have to be here, so I could track them down in wherever the fuck they are, but that might take me some time.
Oh.
I mean, I'm happy to do it. It's just
I'd say we have time, but, we don't even know what we're looking for. So I guess Speak with Dead again.
Because I would have to be essentially a bounty hunter in the realm of the dead. Which, again, I'm happy to do, but that'll take me a while.
That sounds
if you
fucking sick.
if you could take us with you, that'd be great.
You realize how cool that is, right?
I mean, I didn't want to toot my own horn. But I can cast the astral projection spell and bring you with me, if you guys ever needed that.
Now, but just the phrase, bounty hunter for the dead is super cool.
Yeah. That would be very, very cool. I'd be on the other side of Mayaka.
Because if Speak with Dead fails, because they can choose not to talk to us, having them brought here, I could potentially follow them back, wherever they are. So I could be ready to trace their thread, if you like.
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. So I'm gonna go lie down in bed, and when an ethereal version of me comes back, don't panic.
Uh-huh.
And if someone could cast Revivify on me when we're done. And so he's...
Oh.
I can.
I'm gonna get Vito. Oh, you can?
Yeah, you guys thought we didn't have, we don't have a healer, but I can bring back the dead, so if you get hurt hard enough, I gotcha.
And they've got scrolls.
So you can cast Revivify.
And Orgith is a cleric as well. But I don't know where he is. And I'm like, oh, he's doing the game thing. And he's like, oh, that's cool. So that was the weird wave of anti-magic I felt earlier. Just trying not to panic.
Oh, you panicked.
I never panic here because things are always weird.
True. It's odd that the anti-magic, anti-religion place is one of the weirdest places on Earth. Anyway, I'm gonna go die. I'll be back.
I feel like shit just keeps getting weirder here. I'm the son of two men, and that again, oh well, it's weird being a 1%er baby.
It doesn't get any less weird.
Ash pauses and comes back. You're a what?
Yeah,
Like a stepfather?
No, they, my understanding, not to get too graphic, but, you're also the faith. They had relations so many times that somehow one of them got pregnant.
Miracle.
Ash pauses and looks at the wall. And he says, they what?
You're a demigod.
Ash, I know for a fact that a man getting pregnant is not the weirdest thing you've heard probably in the last month.
No, but it is quite unique. What?
Yeah, by the way.
What?
Listen.
I thank God every day that I'm male because I'm a slut. If I got pregnant, I don't know, I would never return to the public eye again. What the fuck?
Well,
what?
Yeah, that's a what?
Well, then you and Pale should wrap it up.
The fuck do you mean?
You're not ready for that conversation, and I know you're probably around my age, but you're not ready for that conversation.
I mean, like a human equivalent of 40.
You're 3 years younger than me, oh my god.
God, you're old.
I'm 60, yeah. Just turned 60. Okay, we're not done talking about how one of your fathers gave birth. All right, bye.
Hey, you know what? We don't have time for this.
Yeah, later. after you rescue Colonel Blackwell, we are having a long conversation. The fuck? And as he's walking away, what the fuck do you mean when you fuck this couple?
Cole is just like doing that thing that kids do when they wave, where they shake their whole hand. Like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's going to be a great dad one day.
I have 13 kids already.
Or mom if he bottoms.
Good God. Okay, so as Dennis and Margaret are setting up for repeated castings of Speak with Dead, Ash eventually comes back in a ethereal form. It's, younger, body hazy, and cloaked in the black wavy fabric. And by the way, Ian, are you still here? I haven't heard you talk in a long time.
Yeah, it's just my throat's a little fucked up, so I'm doing my best King Henry impression.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
We're back to Steve-O, whatever episode that was.
Oh, we gotta love Steve-O.
Yeah.
Here's Russie.
The Steve-O scene.
So we have Ash, who's very charismatic and kind of a ghost. But then Dennis and Margaret are going to be much better at doing a necromancy spell because they're necromancers. So then I don't know how charismatic you guys are. Let me look up Speak with Dead before I go talking out of my ass real quick.
You get to ask like 6 questions or something like that.
5.
Oh, it's just like Passover.
Since we're doing illegal stuff, can I summon my echo?
Yeah.
I just want to see if she can touch ass.
See them what?
We're not doing anything illegal.
See if she can touch ass.
Oh, yeah. Huh. It's, when you guys poked Yagami for the first time and you went through them a little bit, but there was eventually an event horizon. So if you go and touch Ash right now, your hand would pass straight through him, and he would tell you, that's very uncomfortable, please stop doing that. But your ghost sister can put her hand completely almost on his shoulder.
Interesting.
That is interesting. Huh. Kinda just stares at your ghost sister for a second.
I send her away.
Interesting. Huh. Oh, like I was saying, who do you want to cast it? And do you guys want to be the one asking them questions? Or here, let me see. If the spell fails... Oh wait, no, never mind. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse only knows what it knew in life, including the languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile or it recognizes you as an enemy. This spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only animating its spirit, thus the corpse can't learn new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since it died, and it can't speculate about future events.
Okay, so I will disguise myself.
Okay.
As so if they knew Wade, they would know everybody that Wade knew that was aligned with us. I'll disguise myself as my sister.
Okay. So almost Chalice, or
Yes.
you're okay.
So looking like a Golgari, looking like myself, but in Golgari attire.
Okay. Yeah, wizard robes. Maybe she has a different haircut than you. Yeah. So, do you want Margaret or Ash to cast it? You guys could trade off which ones you do.
Go with Margaret.
Yeah, Margaret, great granddaughter of Vecna, pulls out the incense and, draws some symbols on this corpse's chest. The weird alien blue-skinned doppelganger. Mystique from X-Men. But
Yeah. The other two of you step out of his sight, please.
do you want us all to hide?
No, just them because they were in the room when he died.
Oh,
True, you guys did murder them, yeah.
We neutralized them
Self-defense, correct, yes.
to death. Yep. I'll just go around the other room. Yep. Like hide behind a door.
Yeah. You guys could whisper suggestions if you have a good question to ask, but the corpse breathes with false life and waits for you to ask it something. And there are 10 of these, by the way.
Okay. We wealthy with death.
Okay, so who are you?
A servant. A slave. I can't do King Henry's voice for this. A servant. Slave.
Of who?
The Dark Lady. I say no more. My soul is cast. The fugue plane I tread. My entire life I wished I was dead.
Can you tell me who summoned you?
No magic I was brought. I existed in a cell, living for naught, but to avoid that suffering which was so often given. In
I
death.
didn't hear what you said there. Oh, sorry.
A what?
Continue. I didn't mean
I
to cut
tell
you
you
off.
nothing. I tell you nothing. Or in the afterlife. Even here she would come for me.
What did you say, Matt?
I was gonna say it's this dark lady. So a goddess. It's like it's a god or someone else who's the dark lady.
I don't know how many questions you guys have used.
That was 3.
Okay.
Either one of you guys can chime in.
Yeah, I mean that was my only idea. Is the dark lady
Wings
a god?
Wings or spider legs?
Black webs, tighten, red strings, connections, or just more blood, blood, blood.
Wings and webs. Doesn't sound good. I'll be honest.
I said he was here, so
someone who has a lot of slaves.
well, most definitely has a lot of slaves. Ravenplay has a lot of followers.
Mm-hmm. I don't. I mean, King Henry hasn't done anything with death. It's not like he's even cheated death particularly.
I mean, Wade is from Arlen. Speaking of Carolina failing the paranoia save, he is from the Raven Queen zone. And fought in her navy.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be more about Wade than Henry. A slave.
Yeah.
You have one more question for this particular corpse.
And it is.
What all have we asked so far? Just to
Who
refresh.
they were, who sent them, spider legs or wings,
Yeah.
who summoned them.
So we're currently at a net. Oh.
Only thing I'm thinking right now is why. I don't know if I should say why go after Wade or why go after King Henry. That's what I was thinking of.
You have 9 more corpses.
Yeah.
And this one seems scared they're going to be punished in death if they tell you anything.
Is this the one? This isn't the one that was in Wade, right?
No, that was a demon, and you assume that it's been... When demons die on the material plane, they just respawn in hell. You have to kill them in hell to kill them.
Yeah, but what moves to hell? Is it their soul?
I don't think they have a soul.
So, in a
think.
hypothetical sense, could a soul crystal store them?
That's anything. The spirit is possessing somebody, and then they just.
Maybe. You
Well,
guys would
'cause-
have to experiment trapping a demon in a soul magazine.
Well, because here's the thing: is that if they're scared about what's going to happen to them after death, we can just make it worse.
Ash pipes up. He says, "What if we convinced one that I could go rescue them?"
Why would they believe that?
Well, I don't know. I think I'm persuasive.
They're demons.
Well, these people aren't. The one that was possessing Wade was a demon, but these are just doppelgangers.
Okay, well, who was the demon?
The one we're talking to right now.
No, we're
That's
talking
not who you're
to.
talking to.
We're talking to just a dead person. So why don't we just ask them if they know the demon?
Do you guys want to
Oh, that's
describe the demon to Ash Barlow, who has a much higher religion than you?
Oh, I was gonna even say if the person we're torturing knew or asking questions of.
Yeah. You could.
Yeah. Yeah. Except Darian doesn't remember what the description looks like. But
Okay, do you
I'm
guys
pretty
want to make a
sure-
history check to remember what the demon looked like?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Carolina would remember. She was face to face with it, and it was imitating somebody that she was,
Okay. Yeah, TK, you could describe what the demon looked like. It shifting into a form of black and yellow wax. And Ash would instantly tell you, oh, it sounds like a yokel. They aren't exclusive to Loth, but she almost always uses them as messengers.
Okay,
God, I hate Drow. I hate Drow so fucking much.
You can save a short temper.
Race war starts now.
No, it's not. Okay, I hate Loth-sworn Drow. Imagine Drow society. Imagine a city where every single person, not just the women, every single person is Katrina Anthony. I fucking hate the Drow.
Oh.
Cool it with the anti-elven remarks.
No. Katrina deserves it.
I hate the Drow. Fuck. I think she used to be one in a past life. Let's hope
It
she
would
doesn't come
kinda.
back as another one.
I'm starting to agree with you.
You think her soul still has substance? That's hilarious.
With that being said, I'm starting to agree with you.
I hate Drow.
Same. I don't have any reason, but I just agree with you.
Well, thanks. Yeah.
Well, especially if they're the ones behind this, I agree.
Short-sighted, some would say.
They're not
Not
cordial,
short-sighted. I'll
but
kill
I
them all.
already kind of have a dislike of them.
Yep.
Yeah, not short-sighted. I'll kill them all. I already have a problem with regular elves.
Oh no. I think you're. Do you know what drow are?
Elves.
Dwarves.
Drow are not dwarves.
Those are Dwergar.
I thought drow were evil dwarves.
No, those are
Drow are the dark elves. Dwarves are the dark elves.
Have I been racist to the wrong group this entire time?
It would appear so.
I have some
Maybe.
apologies to make. I have some phone calls to make. Actually, I have some. Not phone calls.
Some
wait.
messages to send.
I have some far
I have-
speech calls to make.
I have to make a phone call.
I have to return some videotapes.
I have to return some videotapes.
Are you doing Mercadian Psycho right now? Maybe.
Why did you get a job? You smell like shit, you know?
And now I want to run a Mercadian Psycho bit.
Last
So much
question
fun.
for this corpse. This spell in the last 10 minutes.
Like Huey Lewis in the news?
Yeah, so we described the demon and
Ash
Ash
thinks it's a
asked
yokel. Yeah.
Okay.
And they can shapeshift. So.
Somewhere around here? Are they local?
The local to hell.
Don't you know I'm local?
That's just not a local yokel.
Oh. Well, it was briefly, and then it kidnapped Wade.
Oh, yeah. That joke doesn't seem as funny now.
No, it's funny. You have to cope with humor.
That and excessive drug use.
Okay, so guys, do we ask where they're keeping Wade, who the yokel is?
I think we should focus on just what this person themselves would have known. So, if they're scared about being tortured, I mean, they just answer questions, right?
They don't have to say anything truthful or useful, though.
But would they understand what we tell them before we ask a question?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, person, I'm a Merculian. If you want, when all things end, I can, keep an eye on you. So if death sucks, I can, help out after death ends. Or at least our champion can. Carolina, take it away. I'm not good at talking.
Okay. So, Carolina just spasms out. Where's Wade?
Do you want me to try and offer to rescue them?
Yeah, sure.
Ash goes and sits on the edge of the table. Being a ghost, this corpse actually turns their head to look at him. Says, you said you're on the fugue plane, which means you're working on getting to the astral plane, yes? Don't answer that yet. You have one question left. Don't answer anything until I ask you my final question. I'll let you know what it is. I can walk through the veil as easily as walking to the next room. And he picks up a Soul magazine off the table. And he says, I can make sure that you go to a place where Loth can't ever find you. Because she could take you to, if you're on the astral plane, she could always find you. However, perhaps you don't like McCool, but he's stronger than her, and I can promise you'll find rest much better than living in fear of Loth even in the afterlife. If you tell us something useful, and he taps the Soul magazine on the table, I'll make sure that she can't find retribution. And if you had some friends, among your other doppelgangers, I could also go and get them. You'd be free forever. What do you say? And he's going to roll a persuasion check. I'm going to say that you gave him advantage from offering of Mercool saving them.
Dude walking down the side of the road.
Fucking Yex. Yeah, Yex. Yex.
-5.
No. Thank God he got a advantage, because that wasn't that one. I'm pretty sure his persuasion's like a 10. So if you guys are cool with it, this ghost says sure, and he says on the condition, the doppelganger says, on the condition that you actually go and save me. Like he wants him to go get him first, and then he'll answer questions. And Ash is like, do you want me to... he's asking you guys, do you want me to go get him? And...
Yes.
Says, okay, to the fugue plane I go.
You wanna listen on me?
And he picks up the couple of empty Soul magazines they have around here. I'm pretty sure you guys had some empty ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if not, Bastion made a bunch of them.
Yup.
Is Bastion cool with leaving several here? We can just say he made more, or taught Dennis and Margaret, or the kids how to, or Garfield how to.
Or we're in the paperclip labs and we had a bunch of them.
Yeah. So so Ash picks up 10 and hops through a wardrobe in Denaria. And you don't know when he'll be back, but as this spirit lets go and Margaret ends the spell, he assumably follows them back to the fugue plane, which is where you go when you haven't decided what afterlife you want to go to yet.
That was kind of wild. He was just able to do that, huh?
I think we should have went with him. Now we wait.
So, Carolina, what was it like with an angel? While we wait, may as well.
An angel?
Well, yeah,
You really want to know about that?
Well, I'm at least curious if are there like angelic STDs?
It was very angelic, but I don't know about that part. No, I don't think so. It's bliss.
Damn. Nice.
But the two dads thing.
I don't get why y'all think that's weird.
Because it's not a thing.
Yeah, it is.
Not a normal one.
You literally have a ghost self.
I was born this way.
You don't get to just say that.
Isn't that a Lady Gaga song?
It is.
Yes, the great Abel Loriferian.
She was one of his champions. That or
That's
one
the
of
meat
Vivian's.
dress. Well, the meat dress makes it question.
Meanwhile, she was for Korn the whole time.
The band?
No, the meat
band.
dress was from her enemies.
Oh, God.
Make Korn the Chaos God.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
Why has this lady got Mickey Mouse ears on?
What?
Lady just standing on the side of the road, all dressed weird with Mickey Mouse ears and a birthday hat on her head.
That person is on narcotics.
Absolutely.
They know how to party, you fucking losers.
That's what I said.
that was
Goddamn.
that was a spot on assessment from Matt. She's definitely on drugs.
She looked like a crackhead, or she just dressed like Garfield?
Yes. She's a crackhead. You're taking this turn up here.
Okay.
At the
Yeah,
right.
but if she's got on the sick fit, then I mean, she knows good stuff.
Yeah, she could just be a pinnacle of fashion.
Oh no, I'm saying she knows good drugs.
Who are y'all to
Yes.
judge somebody when you're playing D&D?
Goddamn
Goddamn nerds.
prosecute.
I mean, I'd much rather be a nerd than standing on the street on drugs.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Being a nerd doesn't affect my house.
If they say, rather roll a 1 than be judged by 12 or buried under 6.
Fucking yikes.
That's Matt's stupidest bullshit of the day. Thank you, everyone.
You guys could continue casting Speak with Dead on the other ones that are here while Ash goes and gets that other one.
I don't know any more questions. The only other question that I have is where's Wade? I literally just asked everybody the same question. Where it's Wade?
I would stick with the whole which god sent you, or who did you worship, or who do you fear?
Who do you work for? Who does number 2 work for?
Where are the other drugs?
Are you doing a Batman voice?
This is just what I sound like.
I just like to gargle glass. Is that so much to fucking...
It takes the edge off.
Swing this way and then go around and so.
What
Do you
edge?
want Margaret
The
to keep
edge
casting it?
going.
Yeah, just to ask each of them about it. Oh, we're waiting anyway.
We need more questions.
I think we even just stick with at least,
No, you got to park back there. Can't turn around in here. Sorry, hold on.
No, you're good.
I gotta mute myself.
All right.
Oh no, no good.
I will be real with you. Unless you guys got a really high persuasion, they were just going to give you really cryptic, sad shit.
that's what I figured.
Lord.
I do have a high persuasion.
Yeah?
I sure don't.
You want to try?
Oh, you can go for that. I have dog shit, as is usual for my characters. It's funnier that way.
It is always pretty funny.
And then that 20, so 28.
God damn. Damn.
Bingo!
Damn.
I wish Peril were here so he could get a 3.
Damn. What question do you want to have had a 28 on?
Just knowing who orchestrated this whole thing.
What's a good answer to give you?
Joe. Who's Joe? Joe Mama.
Joe Mama. It's the Dark Lady. Mortal and ascended both. All 3 of them.
All 3 of them.
Mortal and ascended. So that's the Raven Queen.
Uh-huh.
But all 3. So maybe she's working with.
She just told us. All 3. I don't know who the third one is.
So Molt, Raven Queen, and Vivian? No, I feel like you would know. It's kind of hard side eye at her.
We'll just ask Vivian later. I don't think she did, but
I sure hope not.
I sure hope not.
Keep having like phlegm in my throat. Makes me talk like Pale.
Sorry, I keep accidentally actually drinking water.
Yeah.
It's alright, guys. I just sound like this.
You
I don't even have to try for this one.
huh? You fill up? Oh shit.
Brutal.
Dude, it's Tots Brewskis.
Eventually, Ash comes back, walking through the same invisible barrier that you saw him last in, and he looks like he's cold. You assume the fugue plane's not a great place, but he has a full Soul magazine in hand. He says, "It's just occurred to me that they can't talk while in this state, so I went ahead and asked him before I put him in here, which I guess we could just take him back out. I don't know if we can put him back in his original body, if they'd want to go anyway. But, and I quote, 'Behind the house, the trail, the cave, the woman in armor was our key. The Dark Daughter sold dicks. Your traitor sold them to you. Candles weep. With laughter, so did I.' And maybe we could get more out of them later, but they insisted that would be useful.
Why the fuck don't they talk like normal people?
Oh,
Ghosts.
it's funnier that way.
So perhaps if we find a woman in armor, who sells penises apparently, and then do y'all want to make me a history check?
Didn't we meet someone who does that?
Sells dicks?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I swear I thought we did. Was that? You said history?
Yeah. All of
That's
you
a
can.
14.
Carolina could make a history or religion, whichever is better.
What was the tree that Leo fucked?
I got a 16.
Okay.
Didn't she
The
do
tree
something?
Leo fucked, her name was Birch.
Yeah, I feel like Birch did something like sold weird shit.
She sold, like, rare herbs.
Totally off on that one then. Whoopsie daisies.
It's, so 16 for Carolina. The other two have history checks.
14.
Okay.
11.
Okay. Carolina, you know this because you're a Vivianite. You know that in Undercommon, a weeping candle or a melting candle is a euphemism for a penis. So you don't know why they're saying it twice, but candles weep with laughter, so did I.
Double dicks. It's a snake.
Oh my god,
dads.
it's Carolina's dream.
Wow.
No, it's two dads having a kid.
No, it's not. Cut that shit out.
Behind the house, the trail, the cave, the woman in armor was our key. The dark daughter sold dicks, your traitor sold them to you. Candles weep with laughter, so did I.
Okay, so a woman created it. One was the key. Birthed. Who do we know who's a warrior queen? I feel like this world
No idea.
Bechdel tests well. Well, Carolina, you only wear armor.
Yes, I do. Are you suggesting me?
No. I think it's not you. Who sold them as in maybe selling people, like a whorehouse or a slaver?
Was a slave. Whorehouse is a good thought.
So people selling people to make them.
But then again, that points to the Vivianites.
You said it, not me.
All three. Vivianites were trying to kill King Henry at one point.
So it's them working together, Wolf, Vivian, and Raven. I don't like that mix. I really don't like that mix.
We still have rogue Vivianites after we're united under one champion.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Would why would Vivian?
Next question: Is Vivian or Vivianite involved in this?
Why
We
would
can't talk to her right now.
against her champion's interests?
You still have the other 9 that Ash did not go get from the Fugue plane, and he's going to take this one to Merkul later. Assuming you want to be honest with this person, but asking the other one that they have on the table, asking about Vivian. This one you get is kind of blood crazy. Raise me, Vet Knight! Raise me, Phoenix! Kill, kill, kill again! Yes!
So this is a Vivianite.
Now the corpses
Unsurprising.
don't have to be honest with you. But yes, it could be.
I'm also very paranoid right now.
Yeah, at the very least, the yokel mentioned that she knew you were likely going to be the one to rescue Wade and do Henry's dirty work for him. So they are prepared in the case that you are the one who's coming. Or at least she said that they were. You could make another wisdom save for your paranoia again.
15.
Yeah, now that you have some leads, you're not as scared.
Maybe just.
Where is this?
I think you
person
need a word
from?
with your god.
Yes. I need to have a high religion check on that one though. Where is this person from?
Bored in the cavern, waiting for her. Not me, please, not again!
Waiting for her.
In the cabin?
Cavern.
Cavern. In the cave.
So there's some sort of hidden area where people are being bred and used as slaves. Aren't you supposed to be like a slave freer?
A slave what?
Yes, freer. Yes, I am.
I think we just gotta go and start finding caves, like caverns.
Something that would be close by. Since you don't just walk into Thunderscrim.
Yeah.
Or if you do, you gotta try real hard.
Well, there is basically a city underneath the city.
We should go there.
Yeah. We should definitely go there. How fresh do these corpses have to be so you can cast Speak with Dead with them?
10 days.
10 days.
Yeah.
We might have to come back. Do we leave this one alive so we
You can
can
just bring the heads with us.
we can just leave this one sitting here?
The spell
Like the end of the D&D movie.
the spell ends after 10 minutes, but the D&D movie version is a lot funnier. It just happens forever. That sucks. Poor
It's
bastard.
Like, you still got one more question. Hello?
Yeah. That was a good movie.
It was. It was actually good. I was happy.
Ash is gonna go come back to life.
Good.
Ash, do you have any questions that would be useful?
Not
Are you
that
guys-
Not that I think they would answer, as I tried to interrogate this one and motions to the thing, but it seemed the view plane is terrible and confusing. So I suppose they were out of sorts, but I could try again later.
Yeah,
Or
I mean,
if I drop it off, if I go drop it off at McCool's gate, perhaps it'll have clearer answers.
Definitely. You know,
Boy.
if that doesn't work, we can always threaten the next one. I look right at the corpse.
I mean, we don't have to get violent. They're already dead. We only get violent before they're dead.
Oh no! I
Promise to
just
be-
found out. I just found out I can touch things in the astral plane.
We can touch ghosts at least. I'm only kind
Mhm.
of in the astral plane.
Yeah. Ghosts. And ghosts can definitely meet Lightcutter. I wonder how that would end for them.
He walks up to you and passes his hand through your shoulder, and it feels cold and sick, and you feel hollow inside and nauseous, and he goes, "Don't forget that I can touch you back." And
I summon my echo. I'm not threatening Ash.
no, I know, but he's joking.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not threatening Ash. But for the corpse, yes, definitely.
You could always promise to be worse than whatever their dark lady's going to do to them.
Oh yeah. They'll never meet that dark lady again. So
As
it'd
he
be
walks away, he mumbles, "Give them to wherever Katrina is, and
yes.
let her play with them."
Yeah. Great for Katrina.
He is just like my dad. So cool.
Which one?
The left one.
The left one. They always stand on one side of each other.
No, it's just more confusing to say that when people ask. I don't actually know which one gave birth to me, so I don't know which one's my dad.
They never
which one's
told
my
you?
mom, dad. I never asked.
They both did. You were a product of both of them.
Oh, no, that's my brother.
Oh, so there's another miracle.
They did it twice?
They did it a lot more than that.
Oh, shut
It happened
okay.
twice.
I'm going to find your fathers and interrogate them. I am terrified at the possibility of
Careful. You interrogate them too much. Might end up being a third one.
Look, wouldn't be the first time.
Okay, Dad.
Polyamorous
Yes,
relationships never work out for me, or somebody always gets jealous.
You're, again, just like my dad already, so I'm just gonna... Ash, you're one of my dads now.
Well, I
Is this
suppose
how
I
that
can always
happens?
adopt another.
And
Is
again,
this how that
considering
happened? You just adopted dads. Is
Yeah,
that what really
um,
happened?
I'm kind of like the opposite of Bruce Wayne, where I just adopt dads.
You just have
Uh,
more and more fathers, yeah.
And again, considering you and Pale, you know.
Ah, somebody who doesn't have daddy issues. You're even more unique.
I'm lucky. I could have ended up with twice as many.
Right.
Definitely have mommy issues.
Now I'm going to go interrogate your fathers for science.
Have fun. I just write down their address and hand it to them. I should probably call for the courier to give them a heads up, but it'll be funnier this way.
I'll be polite.
Can
Are
you
they
get that?
Maculians?
The what?
Are your fathers Maculians?
One of them is.
Okay, perfect.
The other one follows Tyr.
Really?
It's an awkward household.
And they get along?
Pale as your dad.
No, just very similar.
No, Pale has got to be your dad.
I obviously haven't learned my lesson of having unprotected sex, because I keep telling myself after I have another kid, I'm never doing this again. And then, I'll be drunk one night and do it again. But if I could possibly get pregnant, by God, rest assured.
First off, drunk you and sober you are two completely different people.
Yes. Listen, for the last several years, I thought that I was a lightweight because I only weighed like 65 pounds because the wood didn't absorb anything, so it was just my torso and head getting drunk. But now I'm still a lightweight, but maybe it's because this body's new and I haven't acclimated yet.
Whatever you say.
Sound judgment.
Anyway, right, I'm gonna go back to life. I'll be throwing up for the next 30 minutes. Don't worry about it. I'll be fine.
Get some soup.
Yeah. And then you hear vomiting in the next room in a few minutes.
Drink water?
Poor Dad.
And he grumbles again. God, that shit hurts every time. Fuck.
Then stop
Sorry.
doing it.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's worth it. I also enjoy Wade's company. Vomits again.
Wait, you enjoy Wade's... Hold up. We're talking about male on male getting pregnant. You talking about you enjoy Wade's company.
Not
we
that.
We might have to have
that.
words.
Wade was taken away like how, when a young woman in high school in another world would go away for 9 months and then come back to the baby brother.
No, look,
We all had to
darling.
pretend like we knew what happened.
Darling, I've not had the pleasure to be with Wade in any of that sort of light, and I must insist that I never will. Even if you two broke up or something, you could roll me up like paper. No, that one's yours.
Understandable.
Let's go.
No, all the magic McCool grants me, and all the power and experience I have. No! You would obliterate me.
Just a little
I want
bit.
that twink obliterated.
Get the twink obliterator.
Yeah, I don't think there's anywhere you could go that you could hide from me.
No, I wouldn't even try. No, Wade's yours. No, thank you.
Twink obliterator, and Carolina just shows up.
With my hammer.
Bailey, can there be a legendary weapon called the Twink Obliterator? A Twink Obliterator 9000, and it does
Like double damage to skinny.
yeah, it's a Vorpal weapon.
Yeah.
That if you hit someone who weighs under a certain weight and they're a male, like an adult male, it instantly kills them.
Yeah.
Okay.
They just explode into
actually-
glitter.
I know what
In the
Bastion's
story
doing. I know what Bastion's doing for his first month.
God. What did you guys do? We built a twink obliterator.
So, in the story that I'm reading right now, the dude gets celestial energy, and he can actually make his weapon, his celestial weapon, be whatever he can think of.
Oh God.
So, there you go. We're all celestials, right?
Yep.
The celestial weapon, the Twink Obliterator.
My God. And a glorious weapon it will be. You need to have like a bear and hunk obliterator too. The himbo halter.
Oh man.
I had another coworker tell me they
him-
enjoyed
the
my
him-
bumper sticker, Ian.
You're so welcome. The Himbo Herder, by the way.
You what?
The Himbo Herder, the Twink Obliterator, the Twink
Yeah.
Topala, what is it?
The bear buster.
Oh, the Bear Buster? Dude, sign me up. That's nickname in high school, baby.
Otter
Good
offer.
Lord.
Fuck, that's a dangerous one for me.
The wolf whacker.
Not the Wolf Whacker. I think just the Pussy Slayer would be funny.
I mean,
It's all the games
I
in
was
the fat.
trying. It's not supposed to be. It's still for gay men. It's just like really catty gay men.
yeah. I mean, the Pussy
Oh,
Pounder
pussy.
just sounds like the name of a dildo, so we can't use that one.
Well,
Well, they all could be, I guess.
they're all just
Anything is if you're brave enough.
they're all just different sizes of dicks.
Yeah, or different models, you know,
This-
for
These are some fucking Vivian weapons.
the Vivian weapons. You damn right.
The Thunder Cunt
even-
Thumper.
The what?
Thunder Cunt Thumper.
A Thunderscram Thumper. That's the
No, Thunder Cunt Thumper.
Thunder
Yep.
Cunt. Okay. No, the OG Vivian did in fact invest in a sex store. That's part of how we earned money to pay for our ship. And so we did everything in Pathfinder has to have a level, like all equipment. And so we invented a level 4 dildo. So it could fly, glow, and several other things. And so we would send it ahead of us like you might send a familiar. So imagine you're in a cavern, you're like a bandit hiding out, in like a space asteroid or something. And you see a flying dildo and you know your death is soon.
I mean, what a way to go. If you gotta go, that's the way to go.
Yeah. You're in a battle with these space mercenaries and they just send a fucking flying dildo after you to light the way instead of a torch.
Nice.
Again, if you have the option of choosing how you die.
Yeah.
You know, like Yondu's
arrow.
his
Arrow?
whistle thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, what if it was that, but it was just like a dick instead?
Yep.
Like, can you imagine watching one dude with a flying, sharpened dick?
I mean, I feel like the balls would
around
throw
and-
off the aerodynamics.
No. It's
But he also whistles to control it, so
yeah.
I mean,
Like I get where you're coming from. I
you
think. that-
fucking moan to control it. God, it's awful.
Oh my god!
It's awful.
World's longest moat. Can you? Oh my god! I think at that point I'd be okay to die because
This is
watching
awful.
some guy just and all of my ship dies.
Yeah.
I like if he doesn't kill me, I'm killing myself. Just straight
Right.
up.
Right. Just awful,
Good
awful
lord.
yodeling.
Fucking
oh god.
owl.
But imagine like it's like an anime woman controlling it.
Oh god. Let's get hip in on this.
Yeah. Fuck. Anyway.
Well, on that note,
Yeah. The Thunderscram, somebody would send a messenger to you because King Henry's having you head this because it's likely going to be outside of Thunderscram borders. They have in this time tracked down all the missing guards, like after checking their addresses in, their files or whatever. They find all 11 of them dead in their homes. They all had apartments and homes. None were in the barracks because they were all married. And so all of their spouses and 24 children are also found dead. So that's a current death toll of 56 innocent people plus a kidnapped Wade. They're currently investigating if any of the children or spouses were replaced too. But so far they were stay-at-home spouses, the children were too young for school, it was their day off, or they were missing, but their bosses and teachers and friends thought they were just out sick, and nobody had checked on them yet, because there's no cell phone, so you can't call in, so you just don't show up, and then, your boss might come to your house later like, yo, are you good? And King Henry's horrified, obviously. And he's back to wondering if it's his fault. What did I say? Because according to them, it was because of me. And then, what the hell am I going to tell their families? He's just pacing and kind of horrified. But then sending you to go investigate if you're willing.
Let's do it. I would like to check the tunnels first.
Okay. What
Because
tunnels
it
are you
can-
checking? Because there are several caves that the Border Patrol knows about that lead outside. Then there's several of the mines that go very deep down and some natural lava flow caves that they investigate for a length and then might go check them to make sure nobody's walked there. There are several offshoots in Vic's Highway, but if somebody went through the highway, they should have been stopped by Border Patrol. And there are just a lot of caves. You're in a mountain that was created by an asteroid slamming into a mountain the size of Everest.
Yeah.
And there is parts of town that people have turned old mine shafts or just dugouts into like buildings. There's a whole section of Big Town that is underneath one of the mountains.
Huh. So Big Town's under the mountain. Is it a cave like that? Like, what's the setup there?
There's like 3/4 of it is outside, but then there are some people so tall that like it'd be really hard to build a house for them, because like a hollow skyscraper is difficult. That or they just wanted to live underground, and so they've carved out and used old mine shafts where the ceilings were very, very, very tall. So several thousand people live under there. There was an even bigger section of it, but when they kidnapped King James in the rebellion of, I don't remember what year it was, but it was before the Dark Month when the Wizards sealed Thunderscrum off. They collapsed that section in the raids to kill all the rebels.
So that's a place where they were killing rebels. There might be some leftover resentment. So yeah, we should go there.
Yeah. Yes, that was at least 30 years ago. But yeah.
People can hold grudges for a very long time.
Yeah, especially elves.
Yeah, they got nothing better to do. Fucking.
Yeah, and you could also go investigate the killed soldiers' homes or their neighbors and stuff. Maybe somebody heard something. And then I'll say one of them did live in Big Town too. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we got some starting points.
So I don't know if we want to save those for next time. I will say the cops could tell you so far, and they're still working on investigating. Most were killed, the civilians or soldiers who were killed in their homes. Most were killed with piano wires, like around their necks, probably so they wouldn't scream. They were all killed between 2 and 4 a.m., which means the doppelgangers even showed up for PT this morning. Probably a team going house to house if they were all killed at once. Windows and doors lockpicked open and then locked again when the doppelganger left to go to work around 5 a.m. So far, they haven't found anything stolen, and the Strawn house is the only house where there are signs of a struggle, of maybe somebody woke up in the middle of it.
That's horrifying.
The Strawn house.
Strann.
Okay. Signs of a struggle in the Strawn house. Okay. I think that's a good place to leave off.
Okay. Cool.
Oh.
And then we can do meanwhile for the next section and go somewhere else.
I mean, if you want to trade who we're focusing on, we can, or we can finish this mission. My intent had been to just keep track of days to see where you guys line up. Like, I was going to make a spreadsheet. Because we've only been on your quest for like a day and a half in game time.
Okay.
So we could go a little longer if you wanted to. If you're sick of being the center of attention or anything. But,
we can figure it out later.
yeah.
And with that,
I will say, if we do want to switch perspectives, you have to tell me who's going next so I can
tomorrow.
plan.
If we swap, it can go to Pale. If we keep going, we just keep it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to play my Horbot.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a lot more to say than "damn, I hate these guys."
Right. Yeah. I hope you're not bored, but
I've played Bastion for the better part of 3 years. I'm aware of who I am.
Okay.
I have put myself in this hole. I'm sitting here comfy.
Mm-hmm. I will say, if we do switch, I don't want you to forget the clues you've uncovered so far, although also I'll edit this episode and you can still have them. We'll see how good you fuckers are at keeping up with your notes.
Oh,
not at all.
I haven't taken notes in ages.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Sure
I've never been. I've never been a good note taker.
Yeah. And you're usually in the car.
Yeah. A big one with a whole bunch of wheels.
Yeah. Bunch of stuff in the back.
Yeah. More tires.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I hope y'all had fun. I'll see y'all later.
I did.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, it's your DM, Bailey Ford. I would like to thank our regular players, Darian, Matt, and Ian, Hip for our cover art, and Tabletop Audio for our background music. You can find us on Twitter at @Illithids, and thank you especially for listening.